Today we're going to talk about your digital portfolio. Regardless of which art class you have, you should be creating a digital portfolio submission for each assignment as the submission for proof of what you completed in each unit for that specific class. There should be a digital portfolio module you can reference. It should be one of the last modules in Canvas and should have similar things to what you see in this video. Here you can see the image of the digital portfolio module numbers as they exist in the current classes. The numbers depend on whether the class is a semester or year long and will be different for each class, so it's important to remember the number from this slide or just that the module will be toward the bottom of the Canvas module page. It's normally the second last module before the Night of Art exam information. There should be a unit guide that gives an overview of what is in the unit as well as terminology in that unit. There will be an introduction module that includes a video as well as an explanation of the requirements of what should be in the portfolio. There is also a discussion module that includes the same video and some questions you will be asked to ensure you understand the expectations of what you'll be doing. The next module page is a portfolio check-in that you will complete the first time you submit work, so the teacher can make sure you truly understand what to do and have access to the digital portfolio template if you need it. Following that, there is an example of a portfolio page, a standards and outcomes page, a page that includes a Google Site tutorial video, a portfolio checklist page, and a link to the digital portfolio template. When you're in the template, please notice that there are separate pages for each class, so you have to click into the correct class to see what is required for each unit. Additionally, the template can be found in this module, in the agenda, and in each unit submission page. There is also a bonus webpage assignment as well as self and collaborative reviews that will be done when the course comes to its conclusion. As mentioned earlier, we will be using Google Sites to display our work. The digital portfolio template is an example in Canvas, but you have to go to your Drive folder to use it. You may also have to ask your instructor if it's not already created for you. The Visual Arts Standards and Outcomes document are descriptions of what students should be doing in each unit. Really, each standard is in every unit, but the instructors only ask you to reflect on 3 to 5 of them in each submission to demonstrate your understanding of that unit. It is important that you put both the digital portfolio and the outcomes document in your folder for class so that you can find them easily when you are trying to work on them. You can also bookmark them in your Chromebook. Each unit should have a final image of the finished product. There should be an image of your sketch or photo of what you are trying to accomplish. A reflection should be created that answers the questions in the template with art terminology bolded and highlighted. There should be at least 3 process images, more if the work is 3D to show multiple angles. There should be a comparison of your work to a resource artist, and you should have at least 3 descriptions of how you met the outcomes that are listed in the template for reflection. Bolding and highlighting terminology shows that you understand what the terminology is, and it allows your instructors to see what you know faster in the portfolio. It also makes the portfolio a little bit more visually appealing. The resource artist isn't always needed, but the template shows when you have to have a comparison between a famous artist and the work you created. Generally speaking, a resource artist is not needed when learning a basic technique, but is needed when creating a larger work demonstrating more creativity. In order for the instructor to be able to see your work, you will have to make sure to go into the sharing settings of the site and make sure that anyone at Nicolet can view the portfolio. Copy the URL or web address so that you can paste it into Canvas to submit your work. Then you will take the URL or web address and submit it in Canvas by pressing the Submit Assignment button. Make sure you select URL. If you try to submit through Drive, your work will not be viewable. The semester exam is a combination of the Night of Art piece that is presented and the completed portfolio. Because we have individuals coming from the public to judge the work, it's not fair to those or for the jurors to have to wait for students who waited to the last minute to create their display. It also looks sloppy and unprofessional if you've rushed. The portfolio, reflections, and all display components of the Night of Art should be submitted in Canvas by 3 p.m. the day of the Night of Art show, or it will not be accepted. For the discussion post, you should copy and paste the questions of the discussion, click on the reply button, and paste the questions into the window that opens. You will then answer all the questions for maximum credit, and then hit the reply button again. Notice that if you do nothing, you will not receive credit, and this assignment is only worth credit today. There are no late points. Remember, things like discussions, quizzes, portfolio checks, and the Night of Art assignment are only worth credit the day they are due. There are no late points for those. That is normally listed in the module, but you should be working on things when they are assigned in order to ensure you receive credit. Again, for this portfolio check, all you will do is submit the URL in the portfolio check assignment to make sure that you've submitted your work on time. If you've submitted it on time, you should get confetti. Nice work!